The Subaru Outback Wilderness. Dog tested, dog approved.
The best hour of your day. Come on in.
The Subaru Outback Wilderness. Dog tested, dog approved.
The best hour of your day.
Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Beautiful night here at Cairns Stadium. We should begin to start this game here in about 13 minutes or so. Thank you all for tuning in. Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Beautiful night here at Cairns Stadium. We should begin to start this game here in about 13 minutes or so. Thank you all for tuning in. Stream. Beautiful night here at Cairns Stadium.
The Subaru Outback Wilderness. Dog tested, dog approved.
I'm Coach Erica. And I'm Coach Katie. Welcome to Spring Lake CrossFit. The best hour of your day. Come
The
on in.
Subaru Outback Wilderness. Dog tested, dog approved.
The best hour of your day.
Welcome to Cairn Stadium. This is your host, Cameron Willer, with my partner, Brian Bowen. The Crusaders are about to enter the field as we speak, and Schoolcraft is already on the field. Both teams are powerhouses in their own division. Schoolcraft comes in at 4-1 on the year, while Muskegon Catholic is coming off a win against Orchard View to make themselves 3-2.
These students play. Thank you for the opportunity to allow these young men to compete and bring out the best in each other. May each team play fairly and to the best of their ability. Grant, we pray that all our participants are kept from injury and harm. We pray all these things in the name of your Son, our Lord, Jesus Christ. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Thank you, Mr. Ross Sanford, for offering tonight's prayer. And now, if you have not already, would you please rise and remove your hats, unless you are current or former military personnel, in which case, please remain covered and render a military salute. Everyone else, would you please place your right hand over your heart. Feel free to join us in singing as we honor America with her national anthem.
Welcome back to Cairn Stadium, everyone. We are just about ready for kickoff. Muskegon Catholic is coming in off a win against Muskegon Orchard View, 34-12. Meanwhile, the Schoolcraft Eagles are just coming off a win against Galesburg Augusta, 27-13 last week. The only blemish on their record is against Constantine, which is another Division 6 powerhouse, 22-56.
Headlinesman Lon Cross, line judge David Parsons, and back judge Greg Shunta. Thank you, gentlemen.
It appears that the Crusaders will be kicking off to start the game. Kicker Hunter Shrink will be teeing off for the Crusaders. We have Malaki Sampley back to return the kick, as well as Isaac Nora as well.
Defend the north goal. Let's play ball. Kicking off for the Crusaders, number 35, Henry Rosemont.
We are just now getting set for kickoff. Schoolcraft has their front men bunched up as if they were looking for an onside. Move back now into position. Shrink with the kick. down to the 5-yard line into the end zone. Schoolcraft ball on the 20-yard line.
Throws when the kick goes into the end zone. That is an automatic touchback. The Eagles will have the ball first down and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Watching the teams warm up, it looked like Schoolcraft showed a lot of different things out there, so I'll be curious to see how they start the game. They had a little run-pass option. They did a little power. They did a little spread, so I think the quarterback's a big key for them tonight.
He seemed to get the majority of the carries here in the opening warm-ups, so it should be interesting what they start in. They start in shotgun formation, running back to the left side of the quarterback. Quarterback keeper down to the left, breaks a few tackles down at the 27-yard line. A few yards short of the first down. Gain of about 7. Brings up a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 8 will bring up second
With
down
some
and
power
2.
running. His quarterback keep following his halfback up through the hole, and I think you're going to see a big dose of that tonight.
Schoolcraft also has 2 very large tackles, I would say. And I have a feeling that's who they're going to run behind most of the game tonight. Looks like a quarterback trap. That's stuffed in the backfield by number 51, Easton Cook.
Scott keeps the football.
Great play
again.
there. Way to make a statement.
Yeah, they basically ran the same play to the opposite side.
Machino and
They went for
Rosemont
nothing,
will wrap him up in the backfield.
which is good. So here's a big 3rd down right early in the
No
game.
gain to bring up
This is a
third
big
down,
decision
2.
for Schoolcraft. Are they going to continue with the power or mix it up with the run-pass option, what we were seeing in warm-ups? They get up to line in trips formation, tight end to the right. It's another quarterback keep. It's a jet option. Oh, tackle for a huge loss. Loss of about 4 yards there. Huge tackle by
Isaac Noel, ball
Convertini.
carrier.
Oh, that was really well covered by the defense. It was an option play, and safety came up, filled nicely on the
David
quarterback. He pitched
Hill
him.
there on the
They
stop
had
of the
him covered
Crusaders.
really well. So a nice play, and
Loss
it'll be
of
4th
3.
down.
4th down.
Back to return for the Crusaders is Brian Convertini. Usually leads workload for the Crusaders. Sophomore quarterback. It's a high kick. Taking a Eagles bounce down to the Crusader 28-yard line. That was a good opening stop by the Crusaders, allowing creating a 3-and-out in the opening series, especially with all that run quarterback option.
Tonight we'll introduce our championship teams from 1977.
Yeah, it's a good way to start. You always want to start that way if you can, you know. Start good on defense and not let them put anything together. The longer you can keep a team from getting in a rhythm, you know, that always shortens the game for you that way. So
Most definitely. Crusaders in the huddle. They line up in shotgun. H-back to the left, or to the right. Jet sweep option. Brian Convertini with the ball for a gain of about, taking a few tacklers with him, taking a gain for about 10 yards and a first down. That was a strong run.
I guess they took a play out of Schoolcraft's playbook and ran basically the same play they started with the quarterback power off the right side, and Convertini, he's a hard runner. Took tackler about 3-4 yards with him for the first down.
Muskegon Catholic is also stating that they have a quarterback as well. Convertini with the keeper again, up the middle, breaking off some tacklers, down for a gain of about 5 yards. Up to the Muskegon Catholic 45-yard line, 46-yard line.
Gain of 6 will bring up second down.
That line's getting a great push on that defensive line.
And that's what they're going to need to do tonight because size-wise, it looks like Schoolcraft has some pretty big boys, but defensively not so much, more on the offensive end of it. So, well, you know, we might have a pretty good matchup. We can control that line of scrimmage. That's going to be a long night for Schoolcraft.
Catholic lines up again with an H-back to the left, running back to the left as well. Action sweep. Convertini with the keeper once again. And he is stopped about 2 yards, 1 yard away from the first down line. Just shy of the 50-yard line. Bringing that to a 3rd and 1.
Nora and Lloyd on the tackle. That brings up 3rd down, 1.
Schoolcraft has had a dominant outing this season so far. Week 1, they start off the year against Comstock with the score of 56-0, and then week 2 they also beat. David Hill stopped for a loss of 1, bringing that a 4th and 2.
It looked like he got his foot stepped on, and he was trying to bounce it outside. And I don't know if it was one of his own guys that stepped on his foot, and he kind of went right down there. Looked like he had some room to go to the outside, and it didn't happen. But I wouldn't be surprised if Catholic tries to
go for it at midfield. Traditionally, Muskegon Catholic punts out of the shotgun formation with Brian Convertini as the punter, but they line up with an H-back on the right side as well as the halfback motion. Convertini with about 2 yards to pick up the first down, crossing into Eagle territory. That was a nice run. That's, what, the 3rd or 4th time that they've ran that same play there? A lot of window dressing, though.
I think other than the one play at David Hill, Convertini has had the ball in his hands every time, and I can see why. He's a powerful runner. You get some positive yards every time. And that will eventually set other plays up also.
Once they start respecting the run, especially the quarterback keeper. Hill lined up to the left. Hill takes the handoff up the right side. 40, 35, 30, 20. Out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Setting them up in prime position in Eagle territory.
So they ran that action a lot earlier when Convertini continued to keep the ball, and that time they gave it to David Hill on the outside, and he does have some speed. He got right around that corner, and they were chasing him.
Great block by the wide receiver on the edge as well, creating that hole, allowing him to get that kind of yardage.
Yes.
That really sprang the play there.
Yeah, he sustained his block and kept with his man long enough for him to get outside.
Crusaders line up in the same formation, H-back to the right, halfback to the right. Looks like Sam Convertini, Hill in motion. He gets the handoff once again, takes the ball up to the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. Close to a first down. About make that a 2nd and 2.
Colby Lloyd with the tackle.
Same play, back to the right this time.
Those wide receivers are getting great blocks on the outside. Really, really setting up that play.
Innovate will bring up 2nd down, 2.
I think we go back to the Convertini show here with 2nd and short. Well, looks like they're going to go with a T formation. Convertini in the backfield this time. Trap.
Cardis gets the carry for a gain close to a first down.
Cardis, the ball carrier.
For a first down. Just gets enough yardage.
1st and goal, Crusaders.
Classic Catholic Central power football right there.
Down the goal line, I don't know a better bread and butter play for the Crusaders. That's the 2-3 trap. 22 with the carry. Stop for a gain of about 1.
Convertini carries
Making it back to the line of scrimmage.
By Ryan Ling. No gain.
Yeah, somebody came free on the defense that time. There wasn't somebody there to block him. The linebacker made a nice play. Didn't get him sealed off, so.
Yeah, it's so good.
4 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Crusaders have a 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. Convertini back at shotgun. Jet motion. Convertini keeps the keeper and is stopped by a host of Eagles for a loss of about 2 yards there. That was a great play recognition by the Eagles. They finally
Credit Goldschmieding with getting there first, wrapped up by a host of Eagles.
72 is a big boy. He's plugging up the hole.
To bring up 3rd and goal.
Well, they went to the well one too many times, I think, on that play during this drive here, and they would have been better maybe getting him back away from the motion and getting to the outside with him. Maybe they'll try that this time.
Chase Willer is back in after suffering an injury a couple weeks ago in Illinois against Fulton. Good to see him back out there. Oh. Chase Willer drops a one-handed attempt at the touchdown there on the QB rollout by Brian Convertini. That makes it a 4th and 9 from the Eagle 9-yard line.
Yeah, he was open on that play, Cam, and Convertini started to run and then he decided to throw, and he got the ball way behind him. And, boy, if he could have caught that,
it would have been a sure touchdown.
That would have been a carnival catch, but regardless, they're going to go for the 3 here.
Crusaders attempting the field goal. Hunters shrink up for the kick. And the kick is good. Puts Crusaders on the board, 3-0. From 25 yards out. It's a beautiful kick. Could have probably put him back another 10. Crusaders with an early lead, early in the first quarter.
Yeah, I'll bet Convertini wishes he could have that play back again, because he did have him pretty open there. Just kind of rushed that throw a little bit.
Same thing with Chase Willer. He almost grabbed it, but man, he tried to be a little too flashy there. Grant, the ball was thrown a little bit under.
Well, regardless, it was a good way to start the game.
Yeah, great first drive. After a nice 3-and-out by the Crusaders, they drive right down the field, a few miscues, and
their next match will be October 6th at Potter's House, with TV starting at 5:30, followed by the varsity.
Back to receive deep, we have Malaki Sampley back to receive the ball, and Isaac Nora as well. Both very fast kids I was watching in warm-ups. Kick is to Nora. Breaks a tackle. Still on his feet, running through tacklers. Down at their own 46-yard line. Wow, what a run by him. That was a very strong run.
Yeah, that was a nice return, and you guys, Catholic Central has to wrap up here. There's a lot of arm tackling going on, and this kid's not going to put up with any arm tackling. I can tell you that right now. He's a strong boy.
Coach Mike Rebecki is visibly upset about the not wrapping up there. Eagles come out in a spread formation to the left, halfback to the right. Run play up the middle, that is going nowhere. Back to probably the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Sam Cardis.
Will Gowan gets up off the bottom of that pile.
Yeah, they had 3 men wide left on that play, and look for them to do a little trickery here with that same formation.
Possibly an RPO or a bubble screen, possibly.
Bubble screen. I did see him run a ladder type of route with 3 guys earlier in the warm-up, so.
Quarterback, single back set, motion. Number 20 comes in motion, gets the handoff. He is wrapped up in the backfield. Nice tackle behind the line for Rosema, for a loss of 3 by Rosema.
Gets him in the backfield. Also, Sam Cardis in
Muskegon Catholic had that one sniffed out right from the beginning. They knew that play was coming.
It was either going to be a quarterback keep or a jet motion, one of the two. Crusaders make it a 3rd and 13 from the Eagles' own 44-yard line.
See if
Single quarterback set.
See if Mike Rebecca dials up a little pressure here. Here they come.
Pressure is released. Quarterback rolling out to the right. He's taking it up the sidelines. Runs over a tackler down at the MCC 31-yard line. That was a nice read. Yeah, all his options were closed off, and he sensed the pressure and took off down the right side.
Yep, Mike Rebecca did send the pressure up the middle, but they had no contain on the outside, and when he broke contain, there was nobody home.
Especially with an athlete like that quarterback, you have to have some type of contain or spy on him on a play like that. Granted, they had 5 receivers split out each way, so. Bunch formation to the left. Quarterback keeper. Running through a few tacklers for a gain of about 5.
Keeps the football again.
Gotts with the carry. Man, that kid runs hard.
Quinn McKenna on the stop for the Crusaders.
Didn't you say in pregame he's about 195, 200 pounds?
Yeah, he's about 195-pound senior, so he's been playing quarterback for a little bit. And that showed on that pass play when he just went to the outside, saw the green grass, and just took off.
Yep, took the right decision there. Trips out to the left.
Load. He's not going to go down with an arm tackle, that's for sure.
Nope. Option. Pitches the ball to number 20. David Hill is countering, and he is tackled for a loss of 2 yards there.
David Hill and Chase Willer there for the Crusaders.
Okay.
Brings up a 3rd and 10 from the Crusader 28-yard line. Timeout. End of the first quarter for at home for the Muskegon Catholic Crusaders. They lead 3-0 against the visitor Schoolcraft Eagles. Back for the second quarter. The Eagles are driving into Crusader territory and face a 3rd and 10 from the Crusader 32-yard line. Line up and trips right, halfback to the right. It's a rollout by the quarterback. Heavy pressure by the Crusaders. Ball is way overthrown on top of number 10, Colby Lloyd.
Intended for Ryan Ling.
Now, Catholic got 3 guys come through that line full speed,
and that he had no time to throw that.
Just had to get rid of the ball. And everybody was well covered besides. So good defensive play.
This will bring up a 4th and 10 and they decide to punt the ball from the Crusader 32-yard line. Convertini is back deep to receive. It is a fake. Number 2 passes it to number 9, who is in the backfield to be a punter, running down the sidelines. He has 1 man to beat. He runs through a tackler, close down to the 1-yard line. Number 9, Malachi Sampley, with the trickery there. Schoolcraft gets the ball all the way down to Crusader territory to the 1-yard line. We've seen that in warm-ups, some type of trickery, and it seemed a little bit off that they would have punted that close to the end zone there.
Right, so everybody have to read their keys, and apparently that time we were still thinking about receiving a punt, and they were thinking about running a little screen pass back away, and that was a nice, well-designed play.
Full house setup in the backfield. Quarterback keeper on a quarterback run. Touchdown. Schoolcraft Eagles. Gott keeps the football for a 2-yard touchdown. Yeah, it's a tough break for the Crusaders. You had them stopped, and you allow the big play there. It sets them up perfectly. I mean,
Yeah, so far Schoolcraft has basically ran 2 plays that has gained any more than about 3 or 4 yards. So I mean that wasn't quite a play design, but they won't be able to go to that well again this game. So
flag on the play.
we'll start.
There's a flag on the play. Prior to the snap, false start offense.
False start offense.
5 yards. They will retry the point after touchdown.
Now that they're moved back 5 yards, this could be a big play just on the extra point.
Make this a 1-possession game. Lines up to attempt the kick from about the 15-yard line. Kick is up, and it is no good. It looks like it got tipped. Tipped on the line, 44.
Brooklyn Hamlink's kick is blocked.
Little freshman, I think.
Timmy Railing.
Freshman comes in and blocks that
Freshman.
extra point. Got a hand on it anyways, and that's big. Now it's only 6-3 instead of 7, so that come into play later on in this game.
It's a big play there. So the Crusaders trail 6-3 against the visiting Schoolcraft Eagles early in the second quarter.
Cross country. Our girls co-op swimming team hit rough waters in Zealand last Tuesday. However, they did have 15 swimmers have their personal best times. They will be at the Ottawa Hills Invitational tomorrow.
Back to receive deep for the Crusaders. Henry Rosema,
Also Braeburn Wealth
as well as David Hill.
Our gold sponsors, Baird Financial and the Ladd family, Kindred Marketing and the Kalis family, McCormick Sand and the McCormick family. And, of course, our platinum sponsor, St. Joseph's Credit Union, Quality Tool and Stamping with the Kuznar family, Subaru Muskegon.
Update on the Whitehall Muskegon Oak Ridge game. Whitehall leads early in the second quarter, 7-0 against the Oak Ridge Eagles. One of Crusaders' losses just came up against Muskegon Oak Ridge. Tough game, lost 14-7.
Malachi Sampley set to kick for the Eagles.
Kick is returned by Henry Rosema down to about the Crusader 32-yard line.
Henry Rosema puts his head down and pulls his way over the 30-yard line. Crusaders will have it on their own 32.
This is a chance to finally actually finish off a drive here after that missed pass there on third down in Eagle territory. They need to have a responsive drive here after that last outing on defense. Crusaders line up in shotgun formation. H-back to the left. Motion by Hill. Hill takes a carry. Nice block on the outside. Gains about 9 yards there up across the Crusader 40-yard line up to the 42. Short of a first down.
I feel like Crusaders are blocking really well on the outside
That
there.
carry good for a first down.
Really sealing the edge there.
I think David Hill with the speed is able to get outside of these guys, so it's something to keep on looking for as the game goes on.
It is enough for the first down.
Break one of these long ones.
Cavertini lines up again in shotgun formation. Motions Hill to go to the left side. Quarterback keeper by Convertini. On the outside, takes it down the sidelines. Down to about inside the 43-yard line of the Schoolcraft Eagles. That was that hole closed up. And he just decided to bounce it outside there. I mean, that's what good athletes do.
Yeah, give the Crusader line credit. They kept Schoolcraft from getting any kind of penetration, giving Convertini that option of taking it outside. They kind of sealed everybody right in, and Convertini took advantage of it.
Crusaders driving down at the Eagle 40-yard line. Still early in the second half, or second quarter. Crusaders line up once again in shotgun formation. 2 tight end set, 2 to the right side. Carried by David Hill. Gets his few blockers down for a gain of about 5 yards up to the 35-yard line of the Eagles. They got those guys moving on that trap there. They really picked up their blockers there.
Yep, and Hill found a nice little crease and got in that crease, and you know, you take 5 yards every time, and it doesn't take long to get down the field. So far, Crusaders' offense is keeping it rolling.
Big hit by Sampley though on that play.
That was quite a hit.
He definitely felt that one.
I would say Sampley is one of their best athletes for Schoolcraft there for sure. The one that ran that fake punt.
Quarterback keeper off a jet motion. He is stopped by a whole host of Eagles. Looked like he bumped into Hill there on that interaction. Brings up a 3rd and 4. Big play for the Crusaders.
Want to bring up 3rd down 4.
Yeah, they're probably in 4-down territory here, though, it looks like to me. So,
like you said, besides those 2 plays on defense, I mean, the Catholic has held that offense in check. Deep ball to David Hill. Down at the 10-yard line. Gain of about 25 yards. That was a beautiful pass by Convertini. Led his receiver at everything.
And he barely got his feet in bounds, but he did. And that was a heck of a pass.
Probably wouldn't have happened in the NFL. He didn't get 2 feet down, but in high school, you only have to get 1.
Right,
so.
right. It was close.
It was close.
But I'll give the offensive line credit again for the Crusaders.
Pass protection.
They gave Convertini a chance to look around. He had time in the pocket. And he definitely took advantage of it, connected on that one.
Catholic lines up in T formation. Down at the Eagle 11-yard line. Brian Convertini with the carry.
446 Hill.
Convertini is given the football.
Yep, just keep track of that.
Gavin Hart on the tackle.
Convertini with a gain of about 4 yards there.
So I noticed when they go into the T formation, Convertini comes off a quarterback, and then he becomes a running back in the T formation.
Braden Gustin comes in to relieve his duties at quarterback.
That'll bring up 2nd down 6.
Yeah, Convertini, Hill, and Curtis all in the backfield. Curtis gets the ball up the middle, down shy of the 5-yard line for a gain of about 2. Brings up a 3rd and 5 from the Eagles' 7-yard line. This is where they struggled last drive.
Yeah, and I'd like to see him kind of go back to that, getting David Hill back outside again, because Schoolcraft struggled with the outside contain, especially with Hill and his speed.
Yes, he has excellent speed on the outside.
So I'd like to see them mix it up that way.
Catholic lines up in T formation once again.
They've got 9 guys in the box right now, trying to stop everything up the middle.
Convertini with the carry to the outside. It's a pass. It is tipped up in the air. It falls incomplete. Looks like Curtis tried to catch it off the deflection, and he got tackled in the process. Luckily, that wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, that was almost intercepted. I think not really a well executed play. I think he threw it way too low, and he had a guy in his face. He batted it up in the air, and their defender almost picked that ball off.
Hunter Shrink to attempt the field goal. Kick up is no good. Bounce off the left uprights. Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's tough. They went down the field twice and got in the red zone, got inside the 10, and they couldn't finish. So, tough break for the Crusaders.
Eagles retain the ball at their own 7-yard line. Must have been a penalty on the field. Moves the ball all the way up to the...
No, I think it was kicked and it was out of play on the field goal, so then that ball automatically comes out to the 20-yard line.
Okay. Eagles will take the ball at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles will have it 1st and 10 on their own 20.
Eagles line up in trips formation. Trips to the left. Halfback to the right. Quarterback keeps the ball. Looking to pass. Has a man. Huge tackle by Chase Willer.
Yeah, that was a really nice play by Willer. He came off his man that was going deep. He read the quarterback and came up, and he put a lick on that receiver. Totally dropped it.
He was wide open, too. He would have had a solid 20-yard gain there.
2nd down.
That was quite a play.
Beautiful ball by the quarterback as well. Yeah, I mean, he led his receiver. That was a great play all around. Eagles line up in shotgun formation. Halfback to the left. Tag got, takes the ball. Oh, comes the pressure. Huge tackle in the backfield by
Got back to pass.
Finn Machino. He got the rush right away and forced an incompletion there, making it a 3rd and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
10.
Yeah, he hit the quarterback pretty good from the blind side, so that'll always get a quarterback thinking, maybe rushing things a little bit when he's getting hit from behind.
He hasn't handled too well under the pressure.
Well, so far, the Crusaders have really put a lot of pressure on him, so that has really helped. Big play here, Cam.
Trips to the right. Halfback to the right. I expect something definitely downfield. Quarterback has the ball. Rolling right. Halfback pass, which I've seen in pregame. One-handed catch by number 20. He is tackled for a gain of about 13 yards and a 1st down for the Eagles. That was a great play design. Nora gets up a little bit shaken up. That was a great play design. We've seen that in warm-ups, and I told you that was something we need to look at.
Yeah, they send everybody to the right, all the receivers, and the quarterback looks right, and then he turns back and throws a little screen back left, and they block it really well. Crusaders overall didn't defend it terribly, but he still picked up 13 and a 1st down.
Nora with the ball once again. He is stopped by Convertini for a gain of about 2 yards. Convertini came up for that safety spot and laid the boom there. Chase Willer is back out of the game, hobbling off the field.
Gain of 2 will bring up 2nd down, 8.
Eagles ball at their own 30-yard line, facing a 2nd and 8 midway through the 2nd quarter. 6 minutes left on the clock and counting. Eagles line up in trips formation, get to the line quick. 33 with the ball. He is stopped for a gain of about 2 yards. Huge hit.
Flag down.
The ball carrier.
Run by Gavin Hart, but there's also a flag on the play.
Kind of comes in the area of holding.
Holding on the offense.
They have a flag on the play. Holding will be the call against Schoolcraft.
Holding on the offense, 10-yard penalty. Remains second down, and
10 yards will be marked off against the Eagles from the spot of the foul.
sorry about the technical difficulties as well. I
So
just
replay, second down.
got told that we were having some issues. 2nd and 18 from their own 25. Eagles line up in shotgun formation. Great pass set by the lineman. Pass to Shipley for a gain of about 4, but it's swarmed by a host of Crusaders. That was a good way to actually wrap up. He is a very quick kid.
Yeah, he's a good-looking athlete. That's for sure. But, yeah, they had it defended well.
Convertini and Zach Michael in on the stop.
Makes for a long third down.
Gain of 3 will bring up third down 15.
Timmy Railing has also left the game hobbling. He is getting checked out on the sidelines.
So what do you think? Is this another case of reach into their magic hat and try to pull out a trick play again here on 3rd and 16?
They have that bunch set to the right. Pass. Ball deep in the seam for number 10. Down into Crusader territory at the Crusader 19-yard line by Colby Lloyd. That was a great play design. He was running through the slot there. No safety over top, had a wide open shot. That was a great play by the Eagles.
Tackle for the Crusaders. That completion good
Yeah,
for
the
a first
Crusaders
down.
had a man coverage on, and they sent more guys to that side. They
And at
kind
halftime tonight, we'll
of
introduce
snuck
our
out the other
50
side,
from
kind of came across the
1977,
middle and went deep
2002.
to the opposite
Please,
side, and nobody was there with
at
it.
the north end of the stadium. Make sure
Another
you get
big
your
play on 3rd down,
T-shirt.
keeping their drive alive.
Line up in trips formation to the left. Hat back to the left. Run back to the right side. Number 33 is stopped. Oof. What a hit there by, looks like Will Gowan. He had a nice hold through the line, and Gowan came out of nowhere and laid the boom on him. There's a penalty on the field. It's holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Makes that a 1st and 20.
First down.
Eagles have the ball in Crusader territory at the 31-yard line with 4 minutes on the clock. See if Catholic can generate some pressure here to make a big play.
Yeah, they've played really pretty well overall defensively. It's just been those few plays that
Really killed them.
that Schoolcraft has come up with, that well-designed plays that have gotten big yardage.
Number 12 looks like he's going to run it. Throws it deep. Oh, my. Almost an unbelievable catch by Sampley.
That was good coverage by number 9, though, for the Crusaders.
Sampley almost made a highlight reel catch there. He just dropped it on coming down there. That would have been a sure 6.
Oh, Westhoff, the junior, he had his hand right in there. That was pretty good coverage on his part. I'll give him credit. He's out there shaking his hand right now.
They sold him out one-on-one, though. He was on an island.
He was, and he played it pretty well. I'd like to see a guy turn around, but that was a good pass, too, so that was a tough defense right there.
Trips to the left, 2 split out wide to the right. Quarterback has the ball, looks deep, finds a man, throws the ball up deep. It is incomplete. David Hill with the coverage. Makes it a 3rd and 21 for the Eagles. This is where they get them every time. These third down plays.
So far, they've come up with these little well-designed plays, and they're not really trick plays. They're just really well-designed. A screen play, and then a guy coming across the field. So the Crusaders are going to have to be ready for anything here.
especially at
They're in
their own
probably 4-down territory,
territory.
so they're going to get a couple of chances here. So
Look for something possibly short even, to pick up some yardage here.
little pressure on the quarterback. Keep on the defensive backs. Keep all the receivers in front of them.
Bunch to the right, or bunch to the left. Halfback to the left as well. Number 9 is on an island. Quarterback keeper. Up the sideline. Stiff arm. And he is tackled out of bounds at the Crusader 17-yard line.
Jake Westhoff and Sam Carter.
4th and 7.
Nice gain of about 14 yards. Brings up a manageable 4th and 7 for the Eagles at the Crusader 17-yard line.
Just like we talked about at the beginning of the game, they showed a lot of different things in their warm-up. So they have a lot of different ways that they can hurt you. And they've showed that. They haven't sustained anything really well, but they have broke some big plays when they needed them. There's another opportunity for Schoolcraft to get another big play.
So we're going to take a timeout here. All right, we're back. Score update. Whitehall is up 21-0 on Muskegon Oak Ridge in the second quarter. Big game there. Battle of two undefeated teams, especially Whitehall with their potent offense. Odd formation by the Eagles there. Split out their tackles. They had two guys in motion, and looks like they're trying to hit Muskegon Catholic for a offsides penalty.
No way.
And they will get the Catholic on the offsides penalty, making a 4th and 2 yards. It's a tough break for the Crusaders. We've seen that also in warm-ups, that little Wingate type of look on offense.
Offsides is the call against the Crusaders.
This has to be a big stop for the Crusaders.
5 yards is marked off, brings up 4th down 2.
Eagles down at the Crusader 12-yard line. Lining up in full house formation. Number 10 in the backfield. Gets the handoff. He's up the right side, and he is stopped by a host of Crusaders.
Throw on the ball carrier.
Forward progress gives him the first down. 1st and goal for the Eagles.
Andrew Rosebar on the stop for the Crusaders. That carry good for his first down.
And that's a new formation for Schoolcraft. It's the first time we've seen that one. So they do many different things offensively.
Two lead blockers.
I like a power I formation, I guess I would call that.
Looks like that's their wing T offense, essentially. Now they run up in the I formation. 2 tight ends to the left. Fullback gets a carry. That is stuffed by the Crusaders, but he's turning hard.
Gavin Hart, the ball carrier.
He's stopped for possibly a gain of 1. Discussion about a fumble on the field, but refs don't seem to believe so.
Brought down by a host of Crusaders.
Brings up a 2nd and 8 from the Crusader 8-yard line.
They'll bring up 2nd down goal from the 8.
We may see that same type look. Yeah, the quarterback, after he handed that ball off, he kind of rolled to the left and nobody was out there. So look for that maybe to be coming up. Quarterback keeping it off the fake.
Sampley split out to the right on an island. Full house formation to the left. 3 receivers. Quarterback keeper for... And that is stopped for a gain of about 2 yards. Seems like they would like to run a lot of QB power out of that trips right bunch formation there. A lot of bodies on one side.
Yeah, they're trying to put more people in one spot than the Crusaders have to defend it, but the Crusaders have held their ground pretty well on that play all night. Look for a little razzle-dazzle here from Schoolcraft.
They have trips out to the right and Sampley up at the top of your screen to the left. He's on an island as well. He's looking, throwing. He's running the ball. Crusaders got a tackle. He is into the end zone for a 5-yard score. Tag got with a nice carry there. He was looking, no options, ran through a tackler and into the end zone for a touchdown. That was a great way to cap off that long drive for the Eagles.
And it doesn't leave the Crusaders with much time before halftime, 32 seconds to do anything with the football.
Looks like the Eagles aren't planning on attempting the extra point. They might be going for 2. Back in I formation. Hobbs with the pass. Looking. He's getting pressure. He is getting tackled, dragged down by Finn Machino. Throws the ball up, and it is knocked down by Brian Convertini. That was could have been a scary broken play there, but the Crusaders managed to knock down the ball. And
Yeah, they had a chance. They had a chance at it, even with the quarterback, and he's got a defender hanging on his arm, and he still threw the ball, and it was a possible 2-pointer.
The Schoolcraft Eagles lead 12-3 with 32 seconds remaining in the half.
It's time for first half Crusader trivia. I'm going to ask a trivia question.
Crusaders play Muskegon Heights at home for their homecoming game next week. And then after that, they actually play a team that Schoolcraft has played with, Centerville. Schoolcraft ended up beating them earlier in the year 22-2.
They were coached by 2 legends.
Yeah, that was a game that the Crusaders played here last year against Centerville, and it came down to the last play of the game. The Crusaders scored on a pass, I think.
Yeah, like a Hail Mary over double coverage or something crazy.
Yeah, and that was quite a game. So I'd expect it to be a good game again this year.
That was actually Brian Convertini's older brother, Sam. Amazing catch and throw there. Sampley to kick the ball off. Back deep to the Crusaders is Convertini as well as David Hill. Sampley kicks the ball down to about the Crusader 20-yard line. Ball is fielded up to the Crusader 37-yard line. That's a decent return with 26 seconds left. Let's see how they decide to play it.
Returns the kickoff out over the 35 to the 37.
Bring Gustin on the return.
Yeah, we'll see if they're just going to be content to go in there down 12-3, or if they're going to just try to air it out, because that's the only way I see them getting a chance to get the ball down there. They do have their 3 timeouts yet, though, so they could work the ball down the field with 3 or 4 plays. They do have time for that.
They would have to be quick.
They do have the timeout, so that'll help.
Convertini lines up alone. Roll out to the right by Convertini. Looks deep. Has a man open. Passes deflected. That was a beautiful ball. That would have been a sure big chunk play, but that corner had great coverage there.
Hart there on the coverage.
That was
Second down.
Isaac Knorr on the coverage there. Crusaders looking to put in a drive before the half. 18 seconds remaining on the clock. Convertini in the backfield alone. Huge rush by the Eagles. Dumps the ball off to David Hill. David Hill with the ball running, and he is stopped for a gain of about 3 yards. That was a broken screenplay. That pressure by the Eagles came in very quickly. Didn't let the play develop at all.
Yeah.
And that will do it for one half of
And
play
that
here
is
on
the end of the
home field at
half.
Clarence Stadium.
The Schoolcraft Eagles lead 12-3.
Trailing 3-12.
The Subaru Outback Wilderness. Dog tested, dog approved.
I'm Coach Erica. And I'm Coach Katie. Welcome to Spring Lake CrossFit, the best hour of your day. Come on in.
The Subaru Outback Wilderness. Dog tested, dog approved.
I'm Coach Erica. And I'm Coach Katie. Welcome to Spring Lake CrossFit, the best hour of your day. Come on in.
The Subaru Outback Wilderness. Dog tested, dog approved.
I'm Coach Erica. And I'm Coach Katie. Welcome to Spring Lake CrossFit, the best hour of your day. Come on in.
Welcome back to Cairns Stadium. It looks like we're about to start the second half for the Muskegon Catholic Crusaders. We have some first half stats for you guys. David Hill was the leading rusher for the Muskegon Catholic Central with 4 rushes for 46 yards. Brian Convertini only 1 yard behind him with 9 rushes for 45 yards. Passing, Brian Convertini is 2 of 5 for 26 yards. And receiving, David Hill has 2 receptions for 26 yards. For Schoolcraft, Tag Gott has 9 rushes for 59 yards and 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Gavin Hart only has 1 rush for 0 yards. So it's kind of looking to me like Tag Gott is the main workhorse for the
and
Eagle
if you look,
offense.
Isaac Nora is minus 13 yards. So, overall rushing yards for Schoolcraft is 40 yards for the game, but they've just had some huge plays, really well-designed plays that they've had. That's been really the difference in this game so far. And also Catholic's inability to get down inside the 10 and actually put it in the end zone. So it looks like David Hill is running for about
10 yards
a carry. So let's look to maybe hopefully he can get the ball a little bit more in the second half and see if we can change the fortunes around here.
Gott is also 4 for 9 passing with 99 yards. They are really attacking downfield. Colby Lloyd leads the charge with 1 reception for 52 yards, which set them up for a touchdown late in the second quarter. Defensively, Gavin Hart leads the defense with 2 tackles. Looks like the Crusaders are about to receive the kickoff. We have Convertini back as well as David Hill. This is a huge drive for the Crusaders. You can't start missing drives and opportunities to score.
Yeah, really, they've taken advantage of their drives and they've gotten it down inside the 10-yard line twice, and just came away with 1 field goal on both of those attempts. So they've moved the ball. It's just trying to finish some drives. That's going to be the hardest part for the Crusaders, to try to correct that and to get that ball in the end zone when they get down there and get that opportunity.
Simply to kick off the ball, and we are going to start our second half. Sampley with the boot. It's a squibber. Crusaders just jump on it down at the MCC 34-yard line. Recovered by number 2, Zygmuntowski with the recovery. Man, if that took 1 wrong bounce from him, that could have been a real interesting play there.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good squibber.
Crusaders starting the offense with a 3-bunch set to the left, somewhat like Schoolcraft has been running. Handoff to David Hill around the outside. He is stopped immediately by number 2, Tag Gott. Man, that kid is just all over the place.
Yeah, the quarterback's playing some defense there too. He sniffed that one out, got through the blocks, and made the play, because it looked like that might have a chance to go somewhere.
Nice blocking on the outside for the Crusaders. It's just, he must have got off the block. Crusaders have the ball, 2nd and 10 after a gain of 0. Line up in shotgun formation, H-back to the left. Send Hill in motion. Convertini keeps the ball, and he is up for about a gain of 2 before he's wrapped up by a host of Eagles. That hole is closing up a lot quicker than it did in the first quarter.
Yeah, Schoolcraft's a well-coached team, so I know I can already see that they've made some adjustments defensively, and they're coming forward a little quicker, kind of after seeing what Catholic had done in the first half. So it was a good stop by Schoolcraft.
Yeah, I mean, virtually Catholic's just been running that jet motion to either hand it off or it's a quarterback keeper. I mean, you'd like to see a little something different here. Get the chains moving. 3rd and 8 from the Crusader 35-yard line. Early in the third quarter. H-back to the right. Shotgun formation. Convertini with the rollout. He's being rushed heavily. He's taking it up the right side. Mason, the tackler, runs over number 20 for the Eagles and picks up the first down for a gain of 12.
Yeah, that was an impressive run. He got outside, and he had 3 guys that were right there, and he somehow slipped by them all, and he got the first down. That was a nice little piece of running.
He said in multiple articles that he is not afraid of contact, and that's very rare to see with a sophomore quarterback at the helm. You always see him trying to fight for those extra yards.
Yeah, he's definitely a leader on this team, and there's going to be some good things to come from that young man in the next few years.
Brings up a 1st and 10 from the Crusader 48-yard line. 2 tight end set with an H-back behind. Shotgun formation. Convertini takes a snap, hands the ball off to David Hill. Carrying a few tacklers for a gain of about 5 yards into Eagle territory. Those big guys up front are starting to get up a little bit slower than they were in the first half.
Gain of 4 will bring up 2nd down and 6.
I think they brought another guy up inside the box than they had in the first half, it looks like to me, to kind of try to stop that running game of the Crusaders.
That 2-trap type of deal. David Hill in the backfield with Convertini. Jet motion for quarterback keeper. Convertini down about 2 yards shy of the first down for a gain of about 3 yards.
Convertini keeps the football over the left
Makes that
side.
a 3rd and about 3. A long 3, I would say.
Sampley on the tackle. Then official timeout.
Official timeout on the field. Sampley was looking like he was hurt, but he pops up like nothing happened. Grand Rapids Union is beating Muskegon 21-14 at halftime for any folks wondering. Union's a very well-coached team. Convertini up the left side for a pickup of close to the first down marker. It's going to depend on where they spot the ball.
Hart on the tackle.
And it is a first down. Gain of 4 for Brian Convertini, moving the chains. That was a tough run.
Yeah, it's a little tougher going, it looks like, offensively for their offense starting the 3rd quarter here. Schoolcraft's tightened that defense up a little bit, so the Crusaders may have to get a little bit fancy with a few things here.
Crusaders line up with the H-back formation. Hill in motion. Gets the sweep. Cuts it up the middle. Bringing a few tacklers with him for a strong run of about 9 yards. Close shy of the first down. That's the way to hit the hole and keep going.
Yeah, and the Crusaders stacked that right side with their backs and receivers, and they put a bunch formation to the right, and then they just kind of ran into the teeth of that, and that really helped them a lot.
Gain of 8 on the last play brings up 2nd down and 2.
Crusaders facing a 2nd and 1 from the Eagle 33-yard line. This drive has amassed already 5 minutes of Crusaders chewing the clock. This slow, methodical drive. Convertini lines up in shotgun formation, jet motion. Trick play. Pass caught by number... Wow. Pass caught by Quinn McKenna for the touchdown off a trick play. Braden Gustin, I mean. Zygmuntowski got the handoff and faked the run and threw a deep ball over top of the whole defense, caught them sleeping, and Braden Gustin with the touchdown. That was a huge play from the Crusaders.
Yeah, the Crusaders got fancy, like I said. They're going to need to do that, and they did a little jet sweep pass, and that guy was wide open for the touchdown.
Hunter Shrink good for the extra point. That knocks the Eagle lead to 2. Eagles lead 12-10 midway through the third quarter.
Kind of gave Schoolcraft a little bit of their own medicine there.
Caught them sleeping, run, and then you fake the jet sweep motion and wide open off the backside. Beautiful pass by Zygmuntowski as well.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass, and he didn't hesitate. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just
Let it fly.
set his feet, and he hit him right on the run. It was beautiful.
It was in stride too. Yeah, that was an impressive throw.
Who both knew that Joe was the freshman coach, and Michael
Schoolcraft started stacking the box, and the Crusaders finally decided to spread it out a little bit and try to run to the outside, use the speed against them.
Yeah, they're going to have to continue to do that. Now let's see on the defensive side of the ball if they can shut down the bag of tricks that the Eagles have thrown at them.
Muskegon Catholic ready to kick off the ball. Gotts has the ball on the return. Waits for a few blockers. He only picks up a gain for about 5 yards on that return, but it's up to their own 33-yard line. That's where the Eagles will retain possession. Eagles line up in a bunch set to the right, halfback to the left. Now they are switching sides. Bunch left formation to the left, almost a quad stack. Quarterback keeper, that is going nowhere. That is stopped by a host of Crusaders.
Knocked down the keeper play.
Michaels, first one in on the tackle.
They wrap him up in the backfield. Loss of 3 brings up second.
Loss of 3 yards, 2nd and 13 from the Eagles' own 30-yard line.
Yeah, they came up hard on the defense that time, the linebackers and safeties, and they just filled that hole right up, and there was no place for Gott to go.
They like to use a lot of window dressing, just run a QB power. I mean, they can run a lot of plays out of those different formations, but
using the backs and the receivers as blockers more than they are pass catchers.
Once again, they switch formations to the left side. Motion. Gotts with the keeper once again. Gains about 4 yards, but the ball is out. They are saying he is down.
Gotts on the keeper play.
Gain of about 4 yards. Makes it about 3rd and 9.
Up off the bottom of the pile.
That could have been a tough break for Schoolcraft there.
Yeah, I couldn't tell from our angle if the ball came out before he hit the ground. The referee had a much better angle than I did. But now we're back into that 3rd and long situation, and this is where they really hurt the Crusaders in the first half, is busting off a big play on 3rd and 4th down for big yardage. So we'd like to see a stop here and get the ball back.
Especially after the drive, the Crusaders just had a slow, methodical drive, keeping the Schoolcraft offense off the field. Line up in trips formation to the left, halfback to the left as well. Gotts will be staying in the pocket. Good pass protection. He's receiving pressure. Almost picked off by Gustin.
Pass intended for Sampley is incomplete.
Flag on the play.
Braden Gustin there on the coverage for the Crusaders.
Gustin almost had an interception. He would have been on his way to the house as we speak, but either way, he knocks down the pass, creating a 4th and 9. There is a penalty on the field, but it is declined by the Crusaders as it is a holding penalty, bringing up a 4th and 9.
That time they had the spy on Gott. As he rolled out of the pocket, the spy came up to make the play, and Gott had to throw the ball, and boy, that kid had it in his hands. He was going the other way, and I think he didn't really realize he had nothing but green grass in front of him. He just dropped it. It was right in his hands.
He's trying to run without the ball. Punt by Sampley only goes for about 20 yards down at midfield.
15-yard punt.
Only a 15-yard punt for the Eagles. Looks like he hit it off the top of his foot, not the toe side he would usually kick off of.
Yeah, good break for the Crusaders. They start with the ball on a 50-yard line, so they got a half a field to work with. So we'll see if they can do a little more magic on this drive and get down there and get the lead in their favor.
Crusaders have the ball at the 50-yard line with 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter, trailing by 2. Catholic lines up in shotgun formation, H-back to the right. Motion by Hill. Doesn't keep it. Convertini keeps the keeper, runs right into a tackler and keeps turning his legs. Only gains about 3 yards there, but a tough, strong run, man. He is really, really making those people pay for coming up to tackle him.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to initiate the contact, I think, when he's running the ball.
He doesn't like to shy away from it too much. That's fundamental Catholic football, though. I mean, you like to see that. Looks like they got a defensive change on the D-line. They have big old number 78 up there on the offensive line.
Yeah, sophomore, big guy.
Barrels right through the line. Henry Rosema takes the carry but trips, ultimately resulting up in no gain.
Yeah, he saw a hole and he wanted to try to cut it up inside really quick, and he just lost his footing. His feet came right out from underneath him.
And number 79 from Schoolcraft, Jake Bailey. I watched him on that play, and he just blew up that Crusader offensive line, got right in the backfield.
Yeah, he's a big kid. It's hard to tell exactly how tall he is, but he's head and shoulders above everybody on his team. Big body kid.
If I had to take a guess, maybe 6'4", 280. To take a solid guess. Big kid. And he's only a sophomore, too. Jeez.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen him tonight. So
on the defensive side.
Yeah, giving him a little play time and see what he can do.
Pass to David Hill. Doesn't catch it. Senses the pressure. Brings up a 4th and 7 from the Eagle 47-yard line. I think he got a little bit too worried there. Tried to looking up the field before he caught the ball.
Yeah, they had it well defended, though. They weren't fooled by that play. It was a look to the right, and then he threw it back to the left, and he was covered. He had 2 guys right there ready to make the tackle. So
Convertini in shotgun formation. That's generally how the Crusaders like to punt. Taking a good Crusader bounce down to the Eagle 2-yard line. What a beautiful punt and bounce for the Crusaders.
Yeah, they like to do the quick kick style of punting, so the defense doesn't know what they're going to do, and they don't put anybody back. And he put that ball right down to the 2-yard line. So.
All he has to do is give that ball a little something. Hope for a nice Crusader roll there.
Well, even though Muskegon Catholic couldn't capitalize on the good field position, they are still winning the battle of the field position, at least at this point in the third quarter.
Eagles backed up into their own end zone. Eagles line up in almost a full house formation, 2 fullbacks. 1 fullback runs a QB draw up the middle for a gain of about 3 yards.
Scott keeps the football. Brought down by a host of Crusaders.
Well, their line got a good push. Schoolcraft's line got a good push on that, and he got 4 yards out of that. It was just basically a quarterback sneak. So give their line credit. Pushed them out of a little bit of a hole there.
Smart play call that QB sneak under center. Just getting a nice little wedge in there just to pick up a few yards. Give yourself a little bit of breathing room. Makes it 2nd and 5. Huge stop in the backfield by the Crusaders. That was stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Nora, the ball carrier.
Nora on the keeper.
Sam Curtis greets him at the 5-yard line.
Curtis,
Now you could hear those pads cracking from up here, so he put a stick on him. He didn't go anywhere.
Curtis filled the hole quickly. He had good blockers in front of him. Nice hole, but Curtis filled it real quick.
And violently, too.
Brings
Another
a
big play.
3rd and 5, deep in their own zone. Looks like Eagles are coming out in that full set again, 2 fullback formation. And it's going to be a pass rollout. He's sensing the pressure, gets the pass off, and he gets it off for a first down. Even with the pressure in his face, he was still able to throw a nice, accurate ball. That was an impressive throw.
Yeah, that was a really good throw, and they just got that first down by about a yard, and they had him in the end zone. So, I mean, the Catholic is putting pressure on him. He just made a heck of a play.
Good for a first down.
Brings up a 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. Eagles giving themselves a little bit of breathing room here.
They're going to have to call a timeout here. They're taking too much time in the huddle.
Timeout. Eagles, they're first.
It's also good to see Timmy Railing back out there, that freshman from the Crusaders. He came up limping early in the first quarter, and appears that he's back out on the field.
We celebrate tonight. The cross country ran last Saturday at the Oak Ridge Invitational. Their next match is October 5th for the 3rd conference. Their school football opened last Wednesday at Orchard View. Their next game will be at home October 6th.
Eagles line up in trips formation to the left, halfback to the right, one split out left as well. Nora gets a carry, and he is stuffed in the backfield by Easton Cook. He read that play right from the get-go and met him right in the backfield.
Yeah, he got rid of his blocker in a hurry, and he was in the backfield. He sniffed that play out good.
Nora with the 4-yard loss on that play. Looks like another timeout from the Eagles. Never mind, no timeout. They are just going to run it down to the 4th quarter.
And that'll do it for 3 quarters of play here on Holmes Field at Carrington Stadium.
And we're back in the 4th quarter. The Crusaders are trailing 12-10. as we begin the quarter. Quick update on the score. Muskegon finally answers and nods the score at 21 against Grand Rapids Union. Trips out right, motion in. It looks like a crack.
Gott keeps the football.
Gott keeps the ball for only about a gain of 3 yards back to almost the beginning line of scrimmage. Brings up another long third down.
Yeah, this is where they've thrived all game, is on the third and longs and fourth downs. They've just been able to call the right call to get themselves a first down. Seems like almost every time. So it's been the Crusaders' Achilles heel tonight. They need to put a stop on these guys.
Line up in shotgun formation to split out left and right. Looks to pass, flag on the play.
Prior to the snap,
False start on the offense. Knock him back another 5 yards.
I don't know if that's going to help the Crusaders tonight. They've really had a hard time. It's going to be 3rd and 16 or 17, but that doesn't seem to matter to
Backed up in their own end
Schoolcraft.
zone as well.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter to Schoolcraft. They
Third
seem
down.
like they can come up with the play calls every time. This is a big, big play right here for the Crusaders. They need to stop.
All day to throw. Throws it deep. Ball's incomplete. Number 9, Shipley, almost had the catch, but he got knocked out of his hands by Convertini rolling across the middle of the field. Shipley looks visibly shaken up after that play.
Fourth down.
He's been attempting acrobatic catches all game, and he's just so close to getting it. The Crusaders just get a hand in there or jar it loose just in time. Otherwise, that would have been a huge play for the Eagles. Brings up a 4th and 16 from the Eagles' own 5-yard line. Good chance for the Crusaders to get the ball back with good field position. Shipley in the back of his own end zone. Punts the ball. It's a straight line drive, taking a good Eagle bounce. Rolls out of bounds at the Crusader 47-yard line.
48-yard line. Crusaders will take over there. First down and 10.
It's about a solid 50-yard punt.
Silver sponsors, Power Sales, and the Tyler and Schultz family.
Yeah, that was a good punt. It was on the line, that's for sure. I don't think that ball probably got more than 12 feet off the ground, but it sure was like a bullet.
McCormick Sand and the McCormick family. And of
Well, the
course,
Crusaders here are back on offense, and they need to come up with an answer here. Time is of the essence. Less than 11 minutes left in this game, down by 2. It's a good opportunity to go down and put some points on the board.
Good field position almost at midfield at their own 47-yard line.
They definitely are winning the battle of the field position so far in this second half. They just need to capitalize on it.
Hill in motion. Receives the carry. Cuts it back up inside. Wrapped up by a host of Eagles. Caleb Goldschmeding leading the charge for the Eagles.
Hart and Goldschmieding on the stop. Gain of 1 brings up
Junior.
second down 9.
Yeah, it looks like big man number 79, Jake Bailey, is not out there on the defensive side. Convertini takes the ball, has a nice hole, but it is filled up quickly by Shipley. Only for a gain of about, forward progress might give him only about 2 yards on that play, making it a 3rd and about 8.
Convertini keeps the football.
Yeah, Schoolcraft is really stacking the box right now. They're expecting the run, and they're playing the run, so this might be an opportunity for the Crusaders to do a little razzle-dazzle and get the ball up in the air.
Something short underneath. Just you got to spread the field out a little bit.
Yeah, they're stacking the box. They've got 9 guys in the box, and they're playing the run hard.
Especially on those jab motions, they're there instantly now. It worked very well in the first half, but made adjustments. Like you said, they're a very well-coached team. Convertini looking deep to Hill, but it is dropped and incomplete. Shipley on the coverage.
Yeah, Hill almost had to play defense on that pass. I don't know where the pass was exactly going, but I think the defender had a better chance to catch it than David Hill did.
I don't know if that was supposed to be an in-crossing route or what it was, but it looked like it was kind of in center field there, up for grabs. Crusaders punt the ball, and it is not a good punt by Convertini. It is shanked, and it is taking. That's about a punt of about possibly 10 yards, maybe. Flips the other side of the field down to the Eagles' 38-yard line.
Yeah, that was not a very good offensive series for the Crusaders. The offensive line is having a little more trouble handling their defensive line in the second half. It seemed like they had their way a lot more in the first half.
Bunch to the right. Quarterback keeper for Dobbs. Looks like he's almost going to throw it, but he keeps it instead. And that's swarmed by a host of Crusaders for only about a gain of 1. They like to add a lot of window dressing there and let the quarterback keep it up the middle. Getting more bodies on that line.
Yeah, it's really not them kind of plays that really has helped Schoolcraft a whole lot. They've actually on first down lost probably more yards than they've gained on first down. It's been the big third down plays that have really hurt the Crusaders.
Eagles line up in trips formation to the right. Halfback to the left. Motion for number 10. Back down to a tight end. Botch snap. Handoff to number 10, and that is also going nowhere.
Nora, the ball carrier.
Nora for a gain of about 2. Makes it a third and about 6. Long 6 to be exact.
Here we are. We're at another third down, so we'll see what the Crusaders can do here. Get the ball back. This is where Schoolcraft has thrived.
Come up in trips formation to the right. Halfback to the right as well. Shipley at the top of your screen. Quarterback roll out to the right. Getting pressured. He looks like he's going to take the ball. Oh, he throws the ball to number 4, but it is tipped last second by Braden Gustin. That just saved a huge, huge play.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play with the quarterback. He was getting pressured. He was running out of bounds, and at the last second, he looked like he was going to run out of bounds. At the last second, he flicked the ball to his receiver, and number 10, Brandon Gustin, just made a heck of a play to get a hand on it to knock it away.
Otherwise, that would have been a sure first down.
Sure,
they would
yeah.
still probably
could have been running.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that was a heck of a play by that quarterback.
Eagles are in punt formation, but last time they were in this kind of field position, they went for it. Looks like Shipley is going to punt the ball. It is shanked once again, and it is out at exactly the Crusader 40-yard line. Fans are arguing about the spot.
The referee ran to where the ball was, landed on the ground, and I think they thought that's where he was going to spot it. But he did it correctly. He came back up the field and spotted it where it belonged. Well, the clock is ticking. We're down to 7 minutes, and the last couple drives have been stalled right out. I don't think the Crusaders even had a first down the last 2 drives. They really need to get something going here.
Crusaders line up. H-back formation to the right. Convertini hands the ball up the middle for a trap play. David Hill running through a few ball carriers for a gain of about 4 yards there. That was a tough run there. I thought he was going to break it. He slipped through his first 2 tacklers, but the Eagles finally were able to swarm on him.
Yeah, he's getting a hand on him right at the line of scrimmage, so it's a little tough sledding for him right now running that ball.
Crusaders line up in trips. Trips to the right, halfback to the left.
Spread that defense out.
Hill with the carry, running to the outside. Gets a block. Still running downfield. Up to the 40-yard line. Knocked out of bounds at about the Eagle 37-yard line. Huge run for the Crusaders.
Yeah, at that time the Crusaders spread out that defense and they split a bunch of guys out wide and that's, opened that defense up a little bit. And then David Hill exploited it with his speed. So I think that's kind of like maybe the recipe for success for the Crusaders, is spreading it out and maybe running it there.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys, I think the roster for the Eagles only has 22 people on it. So you got to think a lot of those players are going both ways. It's got to tire them out a little bit.
Sure. Running sideline to sideline every play, it will definitely tire a guy out.
Crusaders have the ball at the Eagle 40-yard line. David Hill in motion. Convertini keeps the keeper up the middle. And he gains about 4 yards there. He had a lot of good blockers ahead of him. If he didn't get tripped up there, we still could have been talking about him right now.
Yeah, I don't know if he tripped on somebody's foot or somebody actually got a hand out there, but boy, he had a lot of green grass in front of him and it just got tripped up.
6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Crusaders trail by 2.
Yeah, it almost feels like if Crusaders can score the way they've stopped Schoolcraft, that they may be able to go away with a win tonight, but they got to put it in the end zone.
Sam Cardis, fake to Cardis up the middle. Convertini keeper for a gain of about 2 to 3 yards there. Great play design. I honestly thought the fullback had the ball there, but he kept it on the outside to the left, and Eagles read that well. Brings up a third down and a long 2 yards here in Eagle territory.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go back to that spread and spread it out and then run the ball. Spread that defense out a little bit.
Catholic with a 2 tight end formation. Quarterback trap. And that is stuffed. That's going nowhere. Shipley in the backfield right away. He read that the whole way. He came screaming off that edge from his outside linebacker spot.
On the stop. Brings up 4th down, 4.
Brings up a tough 4th and 4 for the Crusaders with 4 minutes on the clock at the Eagle 34-yard line.
Well, you got time.
Crusaders do have all 3 timeouts as well.
Yeah, that was a play you didn't want to take a negative play on. I don't know what kind of design it was. The quarterback just got the ball and ran straight ahead. He didn't even follow his blocker. I don't know why. But
Crusaders.
really wasn't a very good play design for a 3rd and short.
Crusaders take one of their first timeouts. Going to try to talk things over.
Winners very quickly in second half Crusaders trivia. Congrats to Mark Mancic and Terry O'Toole. We knew that Bobby Morris kicked the winning field goal against Dearborn Divine Child back in 1982.
Big Reds are up now big time on Grand Rapids Union, 36-21 late in the third quarter. Looks like they finally are starting to get stuff together. Grand Rapids Catholic Central 14, South Christian 14 in the third quarter. That's a tough game there as well. Whitehall is beating Oak Ridge 42-0 at the end of the third quarter.
42-0. That's 42 points. Wow.
Can't be as worse as that Montague Whitehall game a couple weeks back.
I don't know. It's not over yet. They only need 18 more points, and it'll be worse.
Reese Puffers up 13-6 on Zeeland East at halftime. Crusaders line up. David Hill in motion. False start on the defense. Gives the Crusaders a first down.
Well, Shapley, who's made a heck of a lot of plays for Schoolcraft today, offensively and defense, and he's definitely one of their best athletes. He got just a little bit
too excited,
a little bit too aggressive, and he come across. And in high school football, I think he thinks you can get back. Once you go across, you can get back, but that's not the case. If you break the plane on the defensive side of the ball in high school, you automatically have an offsides call. So, yeah, that really helped the Crusaders. They really needed that right there.
Big time. Otherwise, that would have changed the whole scape of the game here. Crusader ball at the Eagle 28-yard line. Convertini with the keeper, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, keeps running hard, and he is swarmed by 58 once again. Looking for a flag for unnecessary roughness on number 4, but I didn't see anything wrong there on Ryan Ling.
I don't know what happened. A little chippiness, though.
It's getting a little chippy. Convertini just gets back to the line of scrimmage, makes it a 2nd and 10.
Ryan Ling.
Ryan Ling is trying to plead his contest to the linesman.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Crusaders get a little more creative on their play calling here.
I don't know if they're trying to do clock management or
Schoolcraft's
if
bottling them up pretty good when they're running the ball up the middle in between the tackles. They need to try to spread it out. They got 9 guys in the box right now. There you go. Now we're looking to pass.
huge catch by Gustin down at the 5-yard line. He was heavily guarded by number 20, Isaac Nora, but he came back and readjusted to the ball over top with the catch. That was a huge play for the Crusaders.
Yeah, it was, and they needed to get the ball in the air. They had 9 guys in the box.
One-on-one coverage.
And we had one-on-one coverage. The defender never turned around, and like you said, Gustin made a heck of an adjustment to kind of come back behind the defender and make the catch.
Crusaders are now down at the Eagles' 7-yard line, but this is where they've struggled all game, is inside the red zone against these Eagles. The Eagles, like you said, are showing 9 people in a box. I mean, it's really tough to run against that.
Yeah, so I think the Crusaders have to open it up a little bit more than they have the last few times they've been down here. Try to get it outside a little bit, maybe pass the ball.
Crusaders run a trip set to the right. Looks like a sweep. Miss block. Isaac Nora gets in there and makes the tackle on Brian Convertini for a gain of 3.
I'll give Schoolcraft some credit. They're well coached. Their players tackle really well.
And they get to the ball quickly.
They get to the ball quick and they tackle really well. They don't miss a lot of tackles, so I give them credit.
Crusaders with the ball inside the 5-yard line of the Eagles. 3 minutes and counting down on the clock. Down by 2. Run that trip formation to the left once again. Convertini keeps the ball. That's going nowhere. He breaks a few tackles, and it's the same play again. Convertini with a gain of about a yard. Brings up a 3rd and about 4. 3rd and about 5.
I don't think he gained anything on that. That was the exact same play. And Schoolcraft did a fine job, just like they did the play before, stopping it up. Crusaders need to get a little more creative, I think.
I mean, that play looked wide open, but, man, like you said, they just swarmed to the ball so fast. I mean, they closed really it up quickly.
Yep. A little misdirection probably would go a long way at this point because they're all flowing so hard to the ball.
Timeout, Crusaders. They're second.
Timeout for the Crusaders. It's getting a little bit chippy down there on the field, though. This drive is really ignite both fan bases here, I would say.
Well, the Crusaders, they have a kicker that can make a field goal from this point, but you hate to have to resort to that in the end because a lot of things can happen on a field goal attempt in the high school level. So with 3rd and 5, they really would like to punch it in right here.
Crusaders are going to look into talk over the play. There's 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining on the clock. 3rd and 5 at the own 5-yard line.
Another action tonight. Moment short 34, Zeeland West 6.
I don't know why he didn't.
Fremont 30 or Dubuque 16.
Crowd is starting to get real ramped up here at Cairns Stadium. This is definitely 2-down territory. We do have a kicker that can kick a field goal, but you'd like to really punch this one in here. Crusaders running T formation. Pass to David Hill in the end zone for a touchdown. 5-yard pass to David Hill for the touchdown. 2 minutes remaining on the clock.
They went back to the T formation and making it look like they were going to run that same power play that they were running earlier in the game when they were inside the 10. And everybody came hard, and David Hill, the lead back, just found himself right out in the flat all by himself, and he connected for a touchdown.
That's just like you said, they really crashed hard on that play. I mean, it looked like just a basic power, and you had David Hill slipping out of the backfield. And that was a great pass by Convertini, too. He really led his receiver. Otherwise, that might have been going the other way.
Yeah, he had a heck of a fake Convertini did on that, the handoff and then a turn and throw. So kudos to the Crusaders for getting that score.
So the Crusaders are only up by 4 as of right now, but they are going to attempt for the 2-point conversion here. David Hill with the carry, and that is stuffed by the Eagles. It is short. It is short, making the score Muskegon Catholic 16, the Schoolcraft Eagles 12, with 2 minutes remaining left in the fourth quarter. You'd like to see them get that 2-point since they missed that extra point at the beginning of the first drive.
Yeah, I don't think Schoolcraft has a great kicker, so that would have really helped the Crusaders to get that 2-pointer. But now it just comes down to playing some defense and keeping Schoolcraft from getting in their bag of tricks and coming up with some fanciness.
And you can't allow a big return here.
No, they will probably kick a squib like they did before, I would assume, just to keep a big return from happening. And defensively, just need to keep everything in front of them, be aware of the backside, and especially that little screen pass that they threw twice before for big gains earlier in the first half. So we'll see what happens.
I'm very impressed with Braden Gus in this game. Chase Willer has been out the past couple weeks with an injury, and he's usually generally the Crusaders' number one lockdown corner, as you would say. And Braden Gus has really filled that hole very, very well. He is having a very, very good game tonight.
Yeah, he's improved since game 1 this year. Every game he's improved a little bit, and yeah, he has really come to play tonight, and he's done a whale of a game. Had a whale of a game tonight.
He has saved the Crusaders on a few occasions.
And he caught that pass down there to give him that first down on the 5-yard line, which was huge.
That was a very, very athletic catch. Very. House is rocking in Cairn Stadium. Squib kick up the middle. Right into the middle of the... Isaac Nora taking the carry. Has a huge return up to the 50-yard line, setting the Eagles up into great field position for a minute and 52 seconds.
Yeah, I thought, he was going to just kind of fall on it because the ball slowly bounced to him, but he picked it up and he turned on the Jets and he about got to that sideline. Well, anything goes now, I think, for Schoolcraft. They're going to start airing it out, I got a feeling.
Or watch for some more trickery. Eagles ball at their own 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Trips out to the right. Quarterback takes the ball. Looking. It's a quarterback draw up the middle. He has a huge hole down about 15 yards into the Crusader 40-yard line.
Yeah, just a classic quarterback draw, and they didn't have the spy on him that time. And he just ran right up the middle.
Great play design there. They have not shown that QB draw.
The Crusaders have to know he's going to be their main man, so.
Pass caught by number 10. 3 yards short of the first down. Clock keeps running. Minute 24. Eagles still have 2 timeouts remaining. 2nd and 4. Eagles trips right. Quarterback rollout. He's getting some pressure. So he is sacked by the Crusaders. Number 17, Quinn McKenna with the stop. That was a loss of about 2 yards, bringing up a long 3rd and about 7 yards.
Yeah, that was a coverage sack that time. He was rolling out, and he was looking and looking. He didn't have anybody to go to, and Crusaders finally closed in on him and put him on the turf.
Man, that God, kid really ran through that pressure, though. I thought he was going to escape that. He's a tough kid.
Well, he's a tough kid, and he's a good quarterback. He can throw the ball well, too, even on the run, and he's shown that. And, you know, you never know when he can release that ball. As long as he's not on the ground or out of bounds, he can hurt you. So.
And I haven't seen too many inaccurate throws out of him so far tonight either.
No.
A lot have been just great coverage by Muskegon Catholic.
The Crusaders just need to keep everybody in front of them and make a sure tackle. There's a minute 2 left.
Shotgun formation for the Eagles at the MCC 34. Quarterback drops. Pass is caught for a first down by number 7, Hamlick, or Svoboda. Makes it a 1st and 10 at the Crusader 21-yard line. 55 seconds left and counting. Trips to the left. Crusaders only send 3. Quarterback runs it up the middle. Runs it up. Close to the first down.
Brought down near the
Stop the
10-yard
clock and move
line.
the chains.
Good for a first down.
First down.
Clock starts again.
Eagle ball at the 11-yard line. They're driving with 30 seconds remaining left on the clock. Crusaders send the blitz. They got him in the backfield. Loss of about 4 yards for the Crusaders.
Timeout, Eagles.
Eagles take a quick timeout with 24 seconds remaining on the clock.
That's their last timeout. They have 24 seconds to play with, and they've got about 15 yards to go to get in the end zone. So they might have enough time for 2 to 3 plays.
Like you said, Crusaders just have to keep everything in front of them. You can't allow the big play here.
Well, I think from what I've seen, the only thing that's really stopped Gott has been pressure. And so I think that, something
Send an extra linebacker or something.
Yeah, something that the Crusaders have to continue to try to do is keep pressuring him.
Man, he really escapes, even with the pressure, man. As soon as they wrap him up, that kid is still churning his legs. I mean, he's
a very good
tough
athlete.
runner.
Yep, he's a tough runner. He's a good passer. He's the whole package.
Eagles line up in shotgun formation, 2 split out each way. Shipley at the top of the left on a one-on-one situation here. Looks like the Crusaders are running 2 back safeties. Gott's running out to his left. Throws the ball in the back of the end zone. And it falls incomplete. Great. He was wide open in the back of the end zone, but David Hill made a great adjustment to come back towards the ball and knock it out of his hands. Otherwise, those would have been 6.
Yeah, that Shapley, I don't know. He was standing in the end zone, and there wasn't anybody really close to him. I don't know how he kind of got that wide open, but David Hill made a nice adjustment to just get there and knock the ball away at the last second.
That brings up a 3rd and 14 with 16 seconds left on the clock. No back in the backfield. Quarterback drops. Quarterback's running. Throws the ball. It falls incomplete. 11 seconds left. 4th and 14. He had a dude wide open down the middle of the field. If he would have just looked for 1 second, he would have had a sure 6.
He actually hit Finn Machino right in the numbers. And Finn Machino couldn't hang on to that ball. Otherwise, that was almost an interception there.
That brings up
big play. This is for the game right here. 4th and 14 at the Crusader 15-yard line. 11 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter.
Schoolcraft could still get a first down. The first down marker is about on the 1-yard line, so they could get a first down.
Eagles have an empty backfield. Pass is broken up by Finn Machino. That will end the game for the Crusaders. Wow, what a pass breakup right there. He stood stride for stride with the kid there on a slant.
Yeah, that was one of the better linebacker coverages I've seen in high school. he ran right with him, and he got his arm in there and knocked it away. Beautiful play by Finn Machino.
Because they had a sure 6. I mean, that kid was running stride. And I know Finn Machino's about 6'1" with a huge wingspan. I mean, he just got his big mitts in there and knocked the ball loose.
He played it really well. He was running stride for stride. He didn't give that receiver much of a chance. He did a great job.
So the Crusaders will just take a knee to end out the rest of the game. That is a huge, huge home win for Muskegon Catholic Central. That brings their record to 4-2 on the year, and Schoolcraft 4-2 as well.
Yeah, and that was a really needed win for the Crusaders. That was a really needed win because if they lose that game, that makes it a lot tougher to get into the playoffs here. So,
David Hill led the rushing for the Crusaders for 12 rushes and 82 yards, and Brian Convertini had 20 rushes for 69 yards. Passing, Brian Convertini went 4 for 7 for 52 yards and a touchdown, and Bodie Sigmundowski had 1 pass for 33 yards and a touchdown on that trick play. Receiving, Braden Gustin had 2 touchdowns for 54 yards and a touchdown, and David Hill with 1 for 31 yards and a score. Defensively, Finn Machino had 2 tackles, and leading the defense was Sam Cardis and Quinn McKenna with both 3 each.
Yeah, the Crusaders look good tonight, and hopefully they can continue to roll. And looking forward to seeing them in the playoffs if they can continue to play this kind of football.
We'll see you back here next week against Muskegon Heights. Thank you for tuning in.